Good afternoon, my name is Maria Mansur Gomez, and this is a video explaining my research about educational negligence or digital inability, the misuse of educational websites and other ICTs by teachers during the COVID-19 pandemic. Since the beginning of the contingency and the entry into force of distance learning using digital media, students and teachers have faced different difficulties. For example, teachers have problems adapting to new conditions and the corresponding tools. This is understandable, like the lack of technological knowledge may have hindered some teachers' adaptation and effectiveness in this new educational environment. That's why the introduction says the teachers was having problems adapting to the new conditions of distance teaching during the pandemic. The management of specialized platforms is one of the most problematic areas. You'll never know if the Sun website is well optimized, with friendly design, and even if it works correctly without any major problems or limitations. To summarize the theoretical framework, I place a quote from the authors of um, digital learnings, um, Bautista, Alvarado, and Martinel from a research from 2019 that says, today teachers are faced with a changing technological universe where new media appear that must be used in all learning scenarios, generating a worrying situation to teachers to harmonize the new ways of learning of their teaching styles. This exemplifies to the questions come from two different directions, the teachers and the students. On one hand, the poor preparation of teachers and their resistance to the methodological change is more in line with the times, and on the other hand, the fact that pupils identify a computer only with leisure, as they use it only for play games or chat, and not as a work tool. Their use is not homogeneous. Their characteristics are not necessarily exploited in accordance with educational needs, nor are they integrated into the classroom with a pedagogical underpinning. Most of the research is speculative, so the research will take a theoretical and analytical approach in a qualitative way, because these projects seek to see what effects arose from the mishandling of the university design handwork platforms by some teachers and the problems of those platforms themselves as their mishaps they are still being looking at. In order to achieve the research results, interviews and focus groups will be conducted on their experience with the platforms and the teachers who usually use them as another teaching tool and who don't use them. For the possible outcomes, it is expected that the interviews will reveal a diversity of both bad and good experience, such as interface failures, page crashes, slowness during execution, and many others. It is estimated that there was a good and noticeable contrast between the students who took courses with teachers who were unknowledgeable and good with ICTs, and those who they consider mediocre or who did not know enough about the use of digital tools. However, it is evident that some teachers were not prepared to face the transition from face-to-face classes to online education, although they invest and dedication to achieve an optimal teacher-student connection in order to guarantee a meaningful education using online tools. Of course, this may vary depending on the type of student and the type of teacher, as there will always be the teacher who will refuse to use these tools and will remain reluctant to do so. For the conclusions we have that both the students and teachers have to go through many difficulties during the contingency. We cannot blame everything on the teachers since the platforms provide, but Universidad Veracruzana, as an example, cannot be considered the best either. We could say that both factors are responsible for a lot of problems in educational and teaching development during the pandemic. For this very reason, the specialized homework pages should and must work constantly at their best for the benefit and felicitation to students and teachers as well. And that will be all. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope this information will help you. See you soon.